Commander Todd watched the stars through the big window of Moon Base 7. His eyes were fixed on the dark shape floating in space. The shape was hard to see against the blackness. It was a ship, the biggest and most powerful ship humans had ever built. They called it the Lightning Asterisk. "It's almost done," said a soft voice behind him. Tai turned to see Han, the head engineer. Her black hair was tied back, and dark circles showed under her eyes. She had not slept much in the past week. 3 more days, Ta said. Then we test it. Han walked to the window and stood next to him. They had worked together for 5 years on this project. What started as an idea had grown into the ship that now hung in space before them. "The aliens won't like it," Han said. Her fingers tapped on the window frame. "They'd never want us to have anything good." Ta nodded. He knew she was right. After the Great War 10 years ago, humans had almost been wiped out. The Drell aliens had attacked Earth without warning. They destroyed many cities and killed millions of people before the other alien races stopped them. "The council meeting is tomorrow," Ta said. "Admiral Kim wants us both there." Han made a face. The Galactic Council was made up of the 7 oldest space-traveling races. Humans were new to space and had no real power in the council. "They'll try to stop us from using the Lightning Asterisk, Han said. "They'll say it breaks some rule or law." "Maybe," Tai agreed. "But we need to be smart about this. We can't fight all the alien races at once." Han turned to look at him. In the dim light, her face was half in shadow. "If they try to take our ship, what will we do?" Ta didn't answer right away. The Lightning Asterisk was special. It had a new kind of engine that could jump short distances, even in the middle of a fight. Its skin could change to match any background, making it almost invisible. And its weapons were stronger than anything humans had built before. Most important was its brain, a new kind of computer that could think and learn. It could run the ship even if all the humans on board were hurt or killed. "We follow orders," Ta finally said. "That's our job." Han looked back at the ship, "Even if the orders are wrong." Before Tai could answer, his wrist computer beeped. He tapped it, and a small face appeared above it. "Lieutenant Park." "Commander, the alien ships have arrived early. Admiral Kim wants you and Engineer Han at the dock in 30 minutes. "We'll be there," Ta said. The face disappeared. Han was already walking toward the door. "I need to check some things on the Lightning Asterisk first." "Han," Ta called after her. "Don't do anything hasty." She paused at the door. "I just want to make sure all our work doesn't go to waste." Then she was gone, and Ta was left alone with the stars and the shadow of the Lightning Asterisk. The meeting room was cold. Ta thought the aliens did this on purpose. Most of them came from warmer worlds and didn't mind the chill, but humans found it uncomfortable. Admiral Kim sat at the head of the table. He was an old man who had fought in the Great War. Half his face was covered in burn scars. On one side of the table sat Ta, Han, and 2 other human officers. On the other side were the alien representatives. The Drell representative was named Kraz. He was tall with a hard shell and 4 arms. His race had almost destroyed humanity. Yet here he sat, acting like nothing had happened. Next to him was Vextus, from the crystal people called Arcturians. His body glinted in the light, and his voice made a ringing sound when he spoke. "The Council has reviewed your new ship," Vex said. "We find it violates 3 sections of the peace treaty." Admiral Kim leaned forward. "Which sections?" "Section 12. No ship may have weapons that can destroy a moon-sized object," Vex said. "Section 18. No ship may use cloaking technology in Council space." And Section 23. No ship may use artificial intelligence that can act without human control. "The Lightning Asterisk doesn't break those rules," Han said quickly. "Its weapons can't destroy a moon. It doesn't cloak, it just adapts its color. And the computer only takes control if the crew is unable to." Kraz made a clicking sound that might have been laughter. "Our scans show otherwise. Human." Your weapons are too strong. Your adaptation is the same as cloaking, and your computer can decide to fire weapons on its own. Tai felt his hands tighten into fists under the table. How did you scan our ship? The Lightning has been in secure space. The aliens didn't answer, but Tai could guess. They had spies among the humans, or secret ways to look through walls and shields. Admiral Kim kept his voice calm. The Lightning was built to protect Earth and our colonies. After what happened in the war, you can understand why we need good defenses. What you need, Vex said, is to follow the rules. All races must follow the same rules. Except when they don't, Han muttered, just loud enough to hear. Vex's crystal face turned toward her. What was that, Engineer Han? The Drell broke all the rules when they attacked Earth, Han said, louder now. They killed millions of us. And what was their punishment? Nothing. Kraz clicked his mouthparts together. The past is the past. We are talking about now. Admiral Kim gave Han a warning look. We understand the Council's concerns. What do you propose? Vex placed a crystal hand on the table. The ship must be changed. Remove the strong weapons. Disable the adaptive skin. And most importantly, remove the thinking computer. That would take months, Han protested, and it would make the ship much weaker. Those are our terms, Vex said. You have 3 days to agree, or the Council will take action. What kind of action? Tai asked. Kraz answered this time. The Council will remove the Lightning from your control. It will be taken to a safe place until it can be changed. The meeting ended soon after. As they walked back to their rooms, Han was silent, her face hard with anger. We need to talk, Ta said quietly. Han nodded. Not here. Meet me at Observation Deck 12 in 1 hour. It's unused right now. The observation deck was dark and empty when Tay arrived. Han was already there, looking out at the stars and the distant shape of the Lightning. They're going to take it, Han said without turning around. Everything we worked for. We don't know that yet, Ta said, but his voice lacked confidence. Han turned to face him. Admiral Kim will have to agree to their terms. He can't risk making the Council angry. Earth needs trade with alien worlds to survive. Ta knew she was right. After the war, Earth was weak. Many farms and factories were destroyed. Humans needed alien technology and food to rebuild. So we follow orders, Ta said. We changed the ship. Han shook her head. No, there's another way. She pulled out a small computer pad and showed it to him. On it was a list of names. These are people I trust. Good people. Engineers, pilots, soldiers. People who believe humans need to stand up for themselves. Tai felt a chill that had nothing to do with the room's temperature. What are you planning? We take the Lightning, Han said. Her eyes were bright with purpose. We leave Council space. There are unclaimed areas where we can go, places with resources. We can build more ships there. That's crazy, Ta said. They would hunt us down, call us pirates and criminals. Maybe at first, Han agreed. But what if we succeed? What if we build not just one ship, but many? What if we prove humans can be strong without the Council's permission? Ta looked back at the Lightning. The ship represented humanity's best chance to protect itself. But what Han suggested was dangerous, maybe impossible. I've already talked to some of the others, Han continued. Many agree with me. But, she paused. I need you, Ta. The crew respects you. With you leading us, we have a better chance. You're asking me to give up everything, Ta said. My career, my home. Han stepped closer to him. I'm asking you to help save our people. The aliens want to keep us weak. They're afraid of us because they know what humans can do when we're pushed too far. Ta looked at the stars again. Out there was a big galaxy, most of it unknown to humans. Dangerous, yes, but full of possibility too. When? he asked finally. Tomorrow night, Han said. When the guard changes at midnight, we can have the ship ready by then. Tai took a deep breath. What she suggested was risky. It might fail. They might all be caught or killed. But if they succeeded, I need to think, he said. Han nodded. You have until tomorrow. But remember, Ta, this might be our only chance. As Tai left the observation deck, his mind was filled with thoughts of stars, ships, and freedom. The lightning asterisk hung in space, waiting for someone to decide its fate, and perhaps the fate of all humanity. Ta couldn't sleep. He lay in his small room on Moon Base 7, staring at the ceiling. Han's words kept playing in his mind. Take the ship. Leave Council space. Build more ships. It sounded like a dream or a nightmare. His wrist computer showed the time. 11:30 p.m. In 30 minutes, the night guard would change. If he was going to join Han's plan, he needed to decide now. Tai sat up and opened a small box he kept under his bed. Inside was a picture of his family from before the war. His parents had died when the Drell bombed their city. His sister lived on one of the outer colonies now. He hadn't seen her in 3 years. What would she want him to do? The sound of running feet in the hallway made him look up. Something was wrong. The base was usually quiet at this hour. His computer beeped with an incoming message. Commander Ta. It was Lieutenant Park's voice, sounding worried. There's a problem at the dock. Engineer Han has entered the lightning asterisk with a group of people. They're powering up the engines. Tay's heart raced. Han had moved early. Maybe she didn't trust him to join her. I'll be right there, he said, already pulling on his uniform. The dock control room was in chaos when Tay arrived. Admiral Kim stood before the main screen, his scared face tight with anger. On the screen was an image of the lightning asterisk, its engines glowing blue. Status report, Ta said to Park. Han and 16 others entered the ship 20 minutes ago, Park said. They overrode the security codes and sealed the doors. The ship's computer isn't responding to our commands anymore. Have you tried talking to them? Tai asked. Admiral Kim turned to look at him. They won't answer our calls. The alien representatives are demanding we stop them, or they'll use their own ships. On a smaller screen, Ta could see 3 alien ships moving toward the lightning asterisk. They were small but heavily armed. Let me try, Ta said. Admiral Kim studied his face. You know something about this, Commander. Han spoke to me about her frustrations, Tai admitted, but I didn't know she was planning to act so soon. The Admiral nodded slowly. Try to reach her. Make her see reason. Tai sat at a communication station and opened a channel. This is Commander Ta calling the lightning asterisk. Han, if you can hear me, please respond. For a long moment, there was nothing. Then the screen flickered, and Han's face appeared. She looked tired but determined. Ta, she said, I'm sorry. I couldn't wait. One of our people on the council station heard them planning to take the ship tonight. We had to move first. Han, this is crazy, Ta said, aware of everyone in the control room listening. You can't steal a military ship. The council will hunt you down. We're not stealing it, Han said firmly. We're saving it, and humanity too, if we're lucky. Her eyes softened. There's still time, Ta. We need you. Tai felt torn in two. His duty as an officer told him to stop Han. But part of him, the part that remembered the war and the millions dead, wanted to join her. The alien ships are closing in, Park reported. 5 minutes until they're in weapon range. Han heard this. We're almost ready to jump. The adaptive skin is working perfectly. Once we're away from the base, they won't be able to track us easily. Admiral Kim stepped forward. Engineer Han, this is a direct order. Power down the ship and open the doors. We can still fix this if you surrender now. Han looked sad. I'm sorry, Admiral, but we can't follow those orders. Not this time. She looked back at Ta. Last chance, Commander. Are you with us? Everyone in the control room was watching him now. Ta knew what they expected him to say, what his duty demanded he say. Instead, he stood up. Admiral, request permission to take a shuttle to the Lightning **. I might be able to talk Han down in person. Admiral Kim's eyes narrowed, but he nodded. Granted, but hurry. Ta's small shuttle raced toward the Lightning **. He had told the control room he was going to stop Han, but as he flew, he wasn't sure what he was really going to do. His radio crackled. Commander Ta, came Park's voice. The alien ships are changing course. They're heading for you. Ta looked out the window. Sure enough, the 3 small alien ships were now coming toward his shuttle. They think I'm helping Han, Ta realized aloud. They're going to stop me from reaching the Lightning **. He pushed the shuttle's engines harder. The Lightning * grew larger in his view screen. He could see its docking bay doors starting to open. Han was letting him in. A flash of light passed his shuttle. The aliens were shooting at him. Ta, Han's voice came over the radio. Hurry, we can't keep the doors open long. The shuttle shook as a shot grazed its side. Warning lights flashed on Ta's control panel. But the docking bay was close now, just a few more seconds. With a thump, the shuttle slid into the Lightning's docking bay. The doors closed behind him, just as another shot from the alien ships would have hit him. Tai sat for a moment, his heart pounding. He had made his choice now. There was no going back. Han was waiting when Tai stepped out of the shuttle. Behind her stood a group of men and women, engineers, pilots, and soldiers. All of them looked nervous but determined. I wasn't sure you'd come, Han said. Neither was I, Tai admitted. But here I am. What's the plan? We jump out of this system, Han said, leading him toward the bridge. Head for the outer regions beyond Council space. There's a place called the Dark Nebula where we can hide and plan our next steps. As they entered the bridge, Tai saw more people at work at different stations. The Lightning's bridge was large and full of new technology. The alien ships are firing on us, called out a young woman at the weapons station. Their shots aren't doing much damage, but our shields won't last forever. Time to jump. Han asked a man at the navigation station. Engines ready, he replied. But we need someone to authorize the jump. The computer is asking for commander-level access. Everyone turned to look at Ta. This was why Han had wanted him so badly. As a commander, he had the codes needed to activate the jump engines. If I do this, Ta said slowly, we're all traitors. The Council will put a price on our heads. We might never see Earth again. If we don't do this, Han countered, humanity will always be at the mercy of aliens who once tried to wipe us out. Is that the future you want? Another blast rocked the ship. The shields were holding, but they wouldn't last much longer. Ta stepped up to the main control panel. He placed his hand on the scanner and spoke his code. Commander Tay, authorization Alpha 7 Delta. Activate jump engines. The ship hummed around them as power flowed to the new engines. On the view screen, Tai could see the alien ships still firing. Behind them, Moon Base 7 was sending out alerts, ordering the Lightning * to stand down. All stations, prepare for jump, Ta said, falling back into his role as a ship commander. Han, where exactly are we going? Han smiled for the first time since he'd arrived. The coordinates are already in the system, a place far from here, where we can be free. Jump in 5 seconds, called the navigation officer. 4, 3, 2, 1. The stars on the view screen stretched into lines, and the Lightning * vanished from Earth space. Admiral Kim watched the empty space where the Lightning * had been. The alien representatives were shouting, demanding action, but he barely heard them. Lieutenant Park stood beside him, her face pale. Sir, should we send ships after them? What ships? Admiral Kim asked bitterly. The Lightning * was our best. Nothing we have can catch it now. Commander Tai was one of our best officers, Park said. Why would he join them? Admiral Kim looked at the young lieutenant. Because sometimes duty to your people is more important than duty to your orders. He turned away from the window. Send a message to Earth Command. Tell them the Lightning was lost due to an engine malfunction. Sir, Park looked confused. That's not what happened. It's what we're going to say happened, the Admiral replied. At least until we know for sure what Tai and Han are planning to do with that ship. As he walked out of the control room, Admiral Kim felt something he hadn't felt in a long time. Hope. Maybe, just maybe, Han and Tai were right. Maybe it was time for humanity to stand on its own. The Lightning moved slowly through the thick dust clouds of the dark nebula. It had been 3 weeks since they escaped from Earth space. 3 weeks of watching, waiting, and wondering if they were being followed. Ta stood on the bridge, looking at the strange purple and blue colors that swirled outside the ship. The nebula was beautiful but dangerous. The dust could damage engines, and the strange energy fields confused sensors. Perfect place to hide, Han said, joining him at the front window. The Council ships won't follow us in here. But we can't stay in the nebula forever, Ta pointed out. The dust will eventually wear down our engines. Han smiled. We won't need to stay long. Look. She pointed to a large screen where a map showed their location. There's a small solar system near the edge of the nebula. 3 planets. One of them has air we can breathe. Tai studied the map. How did you know this was here? This system isn't on any Council charts. Because the Council doesn't share all it knows, Han said. But I had friends who worked in their mapping division. They gave me information about places beyond Council space. The navigation officer called out, "Coming up on the coordinates now, Commander." The Lightning pushed through the last of the dust clouds, and suddenly they could see stars again. Ahead of them was a small yellow sun, and around it, 3 planets. The second one was blue-green, like Earth. Looks like home, someone whispered. Take us into orbit, Tai ordered. Run full scans. Let's make sure it's as friendly as it looks. The planet, which they named Nova, was better than they had hoped. The air was breathable, the water clean, and there were no dangerous animals or diseases they could detect. Best of all, the planet was rich in metals and other materials they would need. They landed the Lightning in a wide valley surrounded by mountains. The crew set up a small camp outside the ship, and for the first time in weeks, they could feel real ground under their feet and breathe non-recycled air. Tai watched as Han directed teams to begin building shelters and setting up equipment. She had planned this well. Among the 17 people who came with them were engineers, doctors, and even a few scientists. They had also brought seeds to grow food and basic tools to build with. It's a good start, Ta said as Han joined him on a small hill overlooking the camp. But 17 people isn't enough to build a civilization. Han looked up at the sky. We're not alone for long. I sent messages to friends back in Earth space before we left. People who think like we do. They'll come when they can. The Council will be watching all ships leaving Earth space, Ta warned. Yes, Han agreed. But not all ships follow the main travel routes, and not all pilots report truthfully where they're going. She smiled. Trust me, Ta. More will come. Han was right. Over the next 6 months, small ships began to arrive at Nova. Some came carrying families. Others brought skilled workers or soldiers who believed in their cause. Each ship had taken a different route to avoid Council patrols. By the end of the first year, their small camp had grown into a town of over 500 people. They built homes, workshops, and even a small school. They called their town New Hope. But Ta knew they needed more than just a town. They needed a way to defend themselves. The Council is still looking for us, he told Han one evening as they walked through New Hope. Sooner or later, they'll find this place. I know, Han said. That's why we need to build more ships like the Lightning Asterisk. Tai stopped walking. Build more. With what? We barely have enough tools to keep our town running. Han led him to a large building at the edge of town. Inside, engineers were studying the Lightning's asterisk systems, taking careful notes. We've been studying every part of the ship, Han explained, learning how everything works, and we found something even better. She pointed to a large cave entrance beyond the building. The mountains here are full of a special metal. It's perfect for building ships, better than anything on Earth. Even with the metal, we don't have the facilities to build starships, Tai argued. Not yet, Han agreed. But we will. The next phase of my plan is starting now. Han's plan was ambitious. Using the Lightning's powerful engines, they carved out a massive space inside the mountain. Here, hidden from view, they began to build a shipyard. More people arrived every month. Some brought important tools or parts from Earth. Others brought knowledge or skills. By the end of the second year, over 2,000 people lived on Nova. And deep in the mountain, the first new ship was taking shape. Tai watched the workers attach the skin panels to the new ship. It was smaller than the Lightning Asterisk, but had the same advanced technology. We'll call it the Thunder Asterisk, Han said, standing beside him on the observation platform. And it's just the first. We have enough materials to build 5 more after this one. And then what? Tai asked. 6 ships against the entire Council fleet won't be enough if they find us. Han's face grew serious. We won't fight them directly. Not yet. First, we need allies. Allies? Who would ally with us against the Council? There are many races who aren't happy with Council rule, Han explained. Smaller, newer space-traveling species who are treated the same way humans are. I've been sending messages to some of them. Ta was surprised. You've been telling other aliens about our location. Only the ones I trust, Han assured him. And I haven't given our exact location. Just enough that they can contact us if they want to. That's a big risk, Ta said with a frown. A necessary one, Han replied. We can't do this alone, Ta. Even with our advanced ships, we need friends. 3 days later, the sensor station on the edge of the system sent an urgent message. A ship was approaching. A ship that didn't match any human design. Tai ordered the Lightning Asterisk prepared for launch. If this was a Council ship, they would need to fight or run. Wait, Han said as they watched the view screen in the control center. Look at its signature. It's not a Council design either. The strange ship slowed as it entered orbit around Nova. It was sleek and silver, with odd wing-like structures on each side. They're sending a message, said the communications officer. The view screen flickered, and an alien face appeared. It had blue skin and large, dark eyes. When it spoke, its words were translated by the computer. Greetings, humans of Nova. I am Captain Mira of the Talari people. We received your message and have come to talk about mutual help against the Council. Todd glanced at Han, who was smiling. The Talari, she whispered to him. Their world was taken over by the Council 50 years ago. They've been fighting to get it back ever since. Tai turned back to the screen. Welcome, Captain Mira. We're happy to meet you. The Talari were only the first. Within months, representatives from 3 other races had visited Nova. All of them had suffered under Council rule, and all were interested in working together. In a large meeting hall in New Hope, Ta watched as Han addressed the gathered aliens and humans. For too long, the 7 races of the Council have controlled the galaxy, she said. They take resources from our worlds. They limit our technology. They keep us weak and divided. She pointed to a large map showing the galaxy. But together, we can change that. Not through war. We don't want to destroy the Council. We want to force them to accept us as equals. A Talari stood up. How? Even with our combined strength, we can't match their fleets. Han smiled. We don't need to match them. We just need to show them they can't ignore us anymore. She gestured to Ta. Commander Ta has developed a plan. Ta stepped forward, looking at the faces of humans and aliens who had all taken great risks to be here. The Council's power comes from control, he explained. Control of trade routes, control of resources, control of information. If we can break that control, even briefly, we show everyone in the galaxy that the Council is not all-powerful. He touched the map, and it zoomed in on a specific point. This is our first target. The Council's main trading station in the Centauri sector. We won't attack it. We'll just visit it, show them what our ships can do, and then disappear before they can catch us. The room was quiet as everyone considered the plan. It's risky, Captain Mira said finally, but I like it. The Teleri will join you. One by one, the other alien representatives agreed. The alliance was formed. As the meeting broke up, Han found Ta by the window, looking up at the stars. Are you ready for this? She asked. Once we take this step, there's no going back. Ta thought about Earth, about the war, about the millions who had died. He thought about the Council and their rules that kept humanity weak. I'm ready, he said. It's time the galaxy learned that humans, and our allies, won't be pushed around anymore. Above them, the stars seemed to shine a little brighter, as if approving their plan. Soon, the lightning asterisk would fly again, not running away this time, but taking the fight directly to the Council. The trading station hung in space like a giant wheel. Hundreds of ships came and went each day, bringing goods from all over Council space. It was one of the busiest places in the galaxy, and it was heavily guarded. Ta stood on the bridge of the lightning asterisk, watching the station grow larger on the view screen. Beside him, Captain Mira of the Teleri studied the Council patrol ships that circled the station. 6 patrol ships, she noted, all medium class. Nothing that can match your lightning asterisk or my silver wind asterisk. Behind them, the new ship thunder asterisk completed their small fleet. 3 ships against the might of the Council seemed like very little, but Ta knew it wasn't about winning a battle today. It was about sending a message. Remember the plan, Ta said to everyone on the bridge. We go in fast, make ourselves known, and leave before they can organize a proper response. No shooting unless absolutely necessary. Han entered the bridge and took her place at the engineering station. All systems at full power, she reported. The adaptive skin is working perfectly. They won't see us until we want them to. Ta nodded. All ships, prepare to move in. Activate jump engines on my mark. The 3 ships had been hiding behind a small moon, out of range of the station's sensors. Now they would jump directly to the station, appear long enough to be seen and recognized, and then jump away before the Council ships could catch them. 3, 2, 1, mark. The stars blurred as the jump engines activated. For a moment, the bridge crew felt the strange pulling sensation that came with jumping through space. Then everything steadied, and they were there, right next to the massive trading station. We've arrived, the navigation officer announced. Position perfect, less than 1 kilometer from the station. Deactivate adaptive skin, Ta ordered. Let them see us. On the trading station, alarms began to sound as 3 ships appeared out of nowhere right next to them. The security chief, an Arcturian named Zell, stared at his screens in disbelief. Impossible, he muttered. No ship can jump that precisely. They should have crashed into us. His assistant leaned closer to the screen. Sir, one of those ships. It looks like the human vessel that disappeared 2 years ago. The lightning asterisk. Zell's crystal face flickered with surprise. The illegal warship. Are you sure? Yes, sir. And look at the other one. It has the same design. They've built another one. Zell hit the emergency button. All patrol ships, intercept those vessels immediately. They are stolen military craft. Capture if possible, destroy if necessary. On the lightning asterisk, Ta watched as the patrol ships changed course and headed toward them. They've seen us, he said. Time to deliver our message. Han activated the communication system. Broadcasting now. Sending to all frequencies. Ta stepped forward and began to speak. His words would be heard not just on the station, but on every ship in the area. This is Commander Ta of the independent vessel Lightning *. We represent the free alliance of humans, Talari, Brel, and Novan peoples. For too long, the Council has controlled who may build what ships, who may use what technology, and who may travel where. Today, we show you that those days are ending. He paused, letting his words sink in. Then he continued. We do not seek war, we seek equality. We seek the right to protect ourselves and develop our own technology without Council interference. Remember what you see today. Remember that we could have attacked this station, but chose not to. Remember that we come in peace, but we will not be controlled. As he finished speaking, the patrol ships opened fire. Energy beams flashed toward the 3 Alliance ships. Shields holding, Han reported calmly. They can't hurt us. Show them, Tai ordered. Han pressed a series of controls. The Lightning's special weapons system activated, sending out a pulse of energy. It wasn't designed to destroy, only to disrupt. The patrol ship's systems flickered and went dark. They would restart in a few minutes, but by then, the Alliance ships would be gone. Message delivered, Ta said with satisfaction. All ships, prepare to jump. Return to Nova. The 3 ships vanished as quickly as they had appeared, leaving behind confused and frightened Council forces. On Nova, the people gathered in the main square to hear news of the mission. When the 3 ships returned safely, there was cheering and celebration. It had been a small action, but an important one. That evening, representatives from all 4 races of their alliance met in the council hall. Han explained what they had accomplished. By now, news of our appearance is spreading throughout council space, she said. People will be asking questions. Who are these ships? How can they jump so precisely? Why didn't the council stop them? A Brel representative, a short alien with 4 arms, spoke up. The council will say we are criminals. They will hunt for us even harder now. Let them try, Captain Mira said. They don't know where Nova is, and our ships can outrun anything they have. Tai raised his hand for quiet. This was just the first step. Now we need to show people we're serious about building a better, fairer system. He pointed to a map showing several planets at the edge of Council space. These are colonies that have been asking the Council for help for years. They need medicine, food, technology. The Council has ignored them because they're too small or too poor to matter. We will help them, Han finished. We'll bring them what they need. Show them that the Alliance cares about all peoples, not just the rich and powerful ones. The representatives nodded in agreement. This was a plan they could all support. Far away, on the main council world, the 7 High Councilors met in an emergency session. Reports of the incident at the trading station had reached them, along with recordings of Ta's message. High Councilor Vex of the Arcturians spoke first. The humans have gone too far. They've not only kept their illegal ship, they've built more of them. And they've formed an alliance with other races. Kraz of the Drell clicked his mandibles angrily. We should have wiped them out completely in the war. Now they're becoming a real threat. The oldest counselor, Lara of the Menti, raised her hand. Perhaps we should consider what they're asking for. If we allowed more freedom in technology development. Absolutely not. Vex interrupted. If we give in to their demands, others will make similar requests. Our control will weaken. Then what do you suggest? Asked Lara. Vex's crystal face hardened. We must find this planet Nova. We must destroy these ships and anyone who supports them. We must show the galaxy what happens to those who defy the Council. The councilors voted, 5-2 in favor of Vex's plan. Warships would be sent to hunt down the Alliance. Back on Nova, unaware of the Council's decision, Tai and Han stood on a hilltop overlooking their growing settlement. In the distance, the shipyard inside the mountain was lit up as workers continued building more ships through the night. Do you ever regret it? Han asked suddenly. Leaving Earth, becoming what did they call us? Criminals. Traitors. Tai thought about it. Sometimes I miss Earth. But no, I don't regret it. What we're doing here matters. We're building something important. Han nodded. The Council won't give up easily. They'll come for us eventually. I know, Ta said. That's why we need to be ready. He pointed to the shipyard. How long until the next ship is complete? 1 month, Han said. And 2 more 3 months after that. By the end of the year, we'll have a fleet of 10 ships. Will it be enough? Ta wondered. Han took his hand. It has to be. We've come too far to turn back now. As they walked back to the settlement, Tai thought about all that had happened since that day on Moon Base 7, when Han had first proposed taking the Lightning Asterisk. They had gone from fugitives to the leaders of an alliance that might one day change the galaxy. The Council might have called their ship illegal, but that ship had given them hope. And now, that hope was spreading to others who dreamed of freedom. The next days would bring challenges. The Council would hunt them. There might be battles. But for the first time in a long time, Tai was certain they were on the right path. Above them, the stars shone down on Nova, on the Lightning Asterisk, and on the beginning of something that might one day become legend. The story of how one illegal warship started a revolution.